Hi, and welcome to the Bertie Badger Private Investigator podcast series. It's a fun mystery for kids like you and me. And hey, if you've got a brilliant idea for a Bertie Badger story, we'd love to hear it. Just ask your parents to send us an email to bertie@bertiebadgerprivateinvestigator@gmail.com. And who knows, we might turn your idea into part of our series. But for now, sit back and enjoy The Case of the Whispering Hollow.
Deep in the heart of Larkwood Forest, where silver streams shimmered beneath the trees and fireflies danced each evening, Bertie Badger sat outside his burrow, polishing his magnifying glass. Life had been wonderfully peaceful since the mystery of the missing moonberries had been solved. Almost too peaceful.
And as Bertie sighed and thought, he said,
"No missing pies, no vanished lanterns, no mysterious footprints, not even a suspicious squirrel."
He then sadly adjusted his hat. But something else had been missing too. His friend Rita Raccoon. Rita had a habit of disappearing on strange adventures without warning.
One night she might be testing rocket-powered roller skates near Pinecone Peak. Another week she could be searching for rare invisible mushrooms somewhere deep in the forest.
Bertie never quite knew.
He smiled to himself.
"You missed the moonberry mystery,"
he murmured.
"You would have loved it."
Just then there was a crash, there was a bonk, and even a honk.
A strange contraption burst through the bushes in a cloud of leaves, twigs and smoke. Bertie jumped backward. Out tumbled a scruffy little raccoon wearing enormous goggles, a patchwork coat and 6 different bags hanging from her shoulders. Tools clanked, spoons rattled, something squeaked loudly.
Ow!
Groaned the raccoon. Then she popped upright and grinned.
Excellent landing!
Bertie blinked.
"That
He said carefully.
did not appear to be an excellent landing."
The raccoon bowed dramatically.
Rita Raccoon, inventor, adventurer, collector of unusual objects.
She pointed proudly at the smoking machine.
And this is my Wonder Wagon.
The Wonder Wagon immediately lost a wheel.
Rita whispered.
He usually works better than this.
Bertie folded his paws and smiled.
"Where have you been? You disappeared for weeks. You completely missed my last mystery."
Rita gasped.
There was a mystery?
She clutched her cheeks dramatically.
And nobody told me?
You were impossible to find.
Bertie laughed. Rita straightened proudly.
Well, I was busy testing marshmallow-powered engines.
Bertie blinked.
"Are those real?"
No,
Rita admitted.
but the marshmallows were delicious.
Bertie couldn't help smiling. Rita was loud where Bertie was thoughtful. She was messy where he was neat. She was quick where he was careful. She was, Bertie realized, absolutely impossible and somehow rather delightful. The next morning, the forest awoke to terrible news. The Great Bell of Larkwood had vanished. Now, this was no ordinary bell. The great bell stood in the centre of the forest square and rang every morning to welcome the day. It had chimed through storms, celebrations, birthdays and festivals for over 100 years. But now it was gone. Only the rope remained, and that was swaying gently in the breeze. The animals gathered in shock.
Who would steal a bell?
Gasped Millie Mouse.
"That bell weighs more than a bear."
Cried Hetty Horse. Olive. Owl adjusted his spectacles nervously.
Most unusual.
He hooted. Mayor Tilly Hedgehog fainted dramatically into a bush. Bertie narrowed his eyes and said,
I smell a case.
Rita sniffed loudly beside him and said,
I smell burnt toast.
Bertie examined the empty bell tower carefully.
No signs of damage.
He murmured.
No broken wood, no scratches.
And just then, Rita climbed upside down along the beams.
But there's glitter.
Glitter?
Bertie frowned. Sure enough, sparkling silver dust covered the floorboards. Rita gasped.
Oh, mysterious glitter is always exciting.
Bertie adjusted his glasses.
Or suspicious?
Then Rita spotted something else. Tiny, muddy wheel tracks.
They lead into the woods.
She cried, and before Bertie could stop her, she was off. Rita had jumped into her wonder wagon and sped away crookedly through the forest.
Brakes are optional,
she shouted. Bertie hurried after her. The trail wound through twisting trees and down toward Blackberry Bog, the soggiest place in all of Larkwood. Bertie disliked Blackberry Bog. It squelched, it squished, it smelled terrible. Rita loved it immediately.
Look!
She cried happily.
Mud bubbles!
Suddenly, there was a loud splash as Rita vanished into the bog. Only her goggles floated above the mud. Bertie sighed deeply. Then he pulled her out by the tail.
Thank you.
Rita coughed.
I found 3 buttons and a spoon down there.
At the edge of the bog stood a curious little shop Bertie had never seen before. A crooked wooden sign read, Mr. Crankle's Marvels and Musical Things. Music drifted softly from inside. So Bertie knocked, and then the door just creaked open. And standing there was a tall fox with bright blue boots and a magnificent curly moustache.
Welcome,
he sang.
I am Felix Crankle, musician, collector, performer extraordinaire.
But Rita whispered.
I already don't trust him.
Inside the shop were hundreds of strange musical inventions like whistling teacups, dancing drums, even a piano that played itself. And in the corner, silver glitter. Bertie's eyes narrowed.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about a missing bell, would you?
Felix gasped dramatically.
A stolen bell? How scandalous.
But Bertie spotted something behind the curtains, a giant wooden wheel covered in mud. That night, Bertie and Rita hid behind the bushes outside the shop. Crickets chirped, owls hooted. Rita crunched loudly on carrot biscuits.
Stakeouts are hungry work,
she explained. And then, suddenly, there was a loud creaking sound. The shop door opened. Felix Crankle rolled something enormous out into the moonlight beneath a blanket. Bertie whispered.
That shape.
Rita gasped.
The bell!
Felix pushed it toward the old hollow near the cliffs. Bertie and Rita followed quietly. At last, Felix stopped beside Whispering Hollow, a strange cave where every sound echoed in spooky whispers. Felix pulled away the blanket. There stood the great bell. But before Bertie could leap, it made a loud ding sound. The bell rang accidentally. The hollow exploded with echoing sound. The cave walls shook, rocks tumbled, and suddenly tiny bats burst from the ceiling in a swirling cloud. Felix yelped, tripped backward into a bush. Bertie stepped out of the shadows, held out his hand to help Felix up.
I didn't mean to steal it,
said Felix. Bertie blinked.
You didn't?
Felix shook his head sadly.
The bell's music is beautiful.
He admitted.
I wanted to hear its echoes inside Whispering Hollow from my musical inventions.
He looked miserable.
I was going to return it before morning.
Rita crossed her arms.
That is still stealing.
Felix sighed.
I know.
Bertie thought carefully. Then he smiled.
In Larkwood Forest,
He said kindly.
you don't have to take things. You just ask for help.
The next evening, the whole forest gathered at Whispering Hollow. Felix Crankle conducted a magical concert beneath the moonlight. The great bell rang softly through the cave. Oliver Owl played flute. Millie Mouse sang beautifully. Hetty Horse kept the rhythm with giant drums. And Rita, well, Rita accidentally launched fireworks from her wonder wagon. Nobody knew how, but everyone cheered anyway. Laughter echoed through the hollow. Much later, as the stars twinkled overhead, Bertie sat outside his burrow beside Rita.
You know,
Bertie said thoughtfully.
you are extremely chaotic.
Rita grinned proudly.
Thank you.
But
Bertie admitted.
you're also a very good investigator.
Rita gasped happily.
Does this mean I'm your official partner?
Bertie smiled.
No, but you can help me from time to time.
Rita jumped so high she fell backward into a bush,
Best day ever!
she said. Bertie chuckled softly and opened his notebook. Then, beneath the moonlit sky of Larkwood Forest, he wrote 2 very important words.
Case closed.
But somewhere deep within the forest, a strange shadow moved, followed by a mysterious laugh. The next mystery had already begun.
In Larkwood Forest, come and see a clever badger on a mystery, sniffing clues